The air inside room 404 didn't circulate, it rotted. Thomas had checked into the roadside motel past midnight, too exhausted to notice the damp, copper tang clinging to the wallpaper. The room was aggressively ordinary, a sagging queen bed, a huming mini-fridge, and a water-stained ceiling. He collapsed onto the mattress, keeping the bedside lamp on to fight the suffocating gloom. Sleep came in jagged fragments. At 3:14 a.m., the lamp flickered and died, plunging the room into absolute pitch. Thomas bolted upright, his skin prickling. The ambient noises of the highway had vanished. The room was wrapped in a dead, heavy silence, save for a soft, rhythmic sound coming from the corner. Asterisk drip. Squelch. Drip, asterisk. He reached for his phone, flipping on the flashlight. The beam sliced through the darkness, illuminating the ceiling directly above the armchair. A dark, viscous fluid was pooling on the plaster, slowly expanding. As he watched, a fat, dark drop detached itself and hit the fabric below with a sickening, wet thud. It wasn't water. It was thick, dark, and smelled unmistakably of old iron and decay. Thomas scrambled out of bed, his heart hammering against his ribs. He lunged for the door, grabbing the brass handle. It wouldn't budge. The deadbolt was unlocked, but the door felt welded to the frame. Asterisk, help. Asterisk, he yelled, banging his fists against the wood. The sound was flat, swallowed entirely by the walls. Behind him, the rhythmic dripping stopped. Thomas slowly turned the flashlight beam back toward the ceiling. The wet patch was gone. Instead, a massive, weeping crack had torn through the plaster. From the black void above, a pair of long, skeletal arms, skinless and glistening with fresh, dark fluid, slowly extended into the room. They didn't fall, they reached, the joints popping loudly in the quiet as they braced against the ceiling. Then, a head emerged, dropping upside down. The face was a hollowed-out mask of raw muscle, devoid of eyes, but its jaw unhinged. To reveal a cavernous, toothless maw. The flashlight beam wavered as Thomas's hands shook violently. The creature didn't drop to the floor. It began to slide down the wall, its wet limbs clinging to the wallpaper like a spider, moving with a terrifying, silent speed straight toward the bed. Thomas backed into the door, clawing frantically at the wood until his fingernails tore and bled. The cold, copper-scented air hit his face as the entity rushed forward, its unhinged jaw opening wide enough to swallow his screams whole.